Good morning. Welcome to day 18. Is it day 18? Let me see. Yes, day 18 of Vlogmas. It's Monday. Did not sleep well last night. Starting off a little low energy this morning, but it's day 18 and I'm gonna persist. So I want to show you my advents real quick and then we will get on with the day. I am working from home today. I don't have too much else going on today. Probably work on my knitting. At lunch, I'd like to edit my last video, which maybe I'll put a clip of that in. And then tonight, just taking it easy, relaxing, go to bed early. That's the plan. Tomorrow's gonna be a really, really busy day. So today I'm trying to just take it easy so we can get on with all the activities tomorrow. So I will check in with you later today. Just kidding. You see, I have tired brain. I didn't show you my advents. Oh boy. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, let's show the advents. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, Woolens and Nosh advent sock. This is day 12, wait, 12, 30, 40, 50, 18. Yes, today's. I'm so sorry. I'm not in my right mind this morning. This morning I knit this stripe on these. It's pink, everyone. I'm so excited. I feel like we're definitely headed towards red and maybe some burgundy since the theme is like dark and light. Here is the whole sock. I truly love these. I'm definitely gonna order this again next year. I've really, really enjoyed making these every morning, putting the stripes on them. So yes, excited to go from pink to hopefully red and burgundy. My scrappy advent, I think I had the whole stripe done yesterday when I showed you, but I'll show it again. This was yesterday's stripe. Here's the whole color run. And today we got this, which is really pretty. It's like this dark teal-y base. Oh, it just started snowing. Sorry, that was very magical. Maybe we'll get some snow today. Anyways, yes, here's day 18. This dark teal, although at this moment it's kind of making me think of toothpaste, which I didn't see earlier, but it is very pretty. I think it will be really pretty as the next color in here, going from that pink into the green. So yeah, a little bit of a change there. I gotta work on that today. And then Camellia Fiber Co., day 6. A little bit of saturated pink in here. Otherwise, another very pale limey green. A little bit of yellow. That's definitely the most saturated part there. Let me add this on with the others. I can't believe it just started snowing. I'll get a video. Okay, let's see here. So here are days 1 through 6 of the Camellia Fiber Co. There's only 5 skeins here because one was a different gift. So I feel like seeing them all together does help you see the very subtle color shifts. They're very, very soft. I'm starting to think what I'm gonna end up doing with these is using them as a contrast color in a shawl, maybe Cinnabar or Attune by Andrea Mowry with a darker contrast color and just fading them or even striping them one into the next because the color changes are so subtle. Honestly, these 4 I think you could stripe. This one is like a little bit more green. You might want to like fade that one into this one, but I don't know. I'm kind of changing my initial plan for these, if it was more of a fade, was to make the Embrace Cowl by Andrea Mowry, which is like a faded cowl. But I don't think, like, I think if you did something like that with these, it would just look like one color. So I think now I'm leaning more towards using them as a contrast color, which I think would be pretty. It would be a very subtle, like iridescent kind of look. Oh, sorry, my computer. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. All right, that's all I have to show this morning. I better get off before I say anything else crazy or forget what I'm talking about again. So I will check in with you all later today. Good evening. It's about 5 o'clock here now. I just signed off of work for the day, and it's been a pretty quiet kind of, I don't know. It's been a weird day. Today I've been working at home, but I'm here alone, just me and the kitties. Troy's not here. And it's been absolutely snowing like crazy all day. And I feel like there's something about the first really serious snow of the season that just is like a little melancholy. I don't know. It's beautiful, but it's also kind of like, oh, winter is like really here. So I've just been kind of taking it easy today. I've been drinking a lot of tea. And yeah, I just wrapped up work. I managed to get my video edited and it's already uploaded on YouTube. So I suppose it's always weird to like think about these things because I'm talking to you in my present, but this is your future. So that video you probably have already watched already. Just hard to keep it straight in your head sometimes. Yes, I got the video done. I also did the ribbon wrapping on my Yule goat, which hopefully you saw. It came out so cute. I love the giant bows on it. I cannot wait for this event. So the event is tomorrow night, and I can talk more about it tomorrow, but it's sold out and I think we're gonna have a ton of people. So it might be a little crazy, but I'm excited. Yes, I think that is it. This evening, just want to kind of continue taking it easy. Troy's gonna pick up some dinner for us on his way home from the gym. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of yoga. I feel like I have been needing some stretching in my life recently, and I look like totally disheveled today. But yes, I think I'm gonna turn off the lights in here and light some candles. I really like to do like a dark yoga. I don't know if that's weird, but if I'm doing it at home, I like a darker room. I usually watch the Yoga with Adriene videos, which are free, great like at home yoga videos here on YouTube. I can link her channel below. It's a really good resource for free yoga videos. And she's very funny. So yeah, I might do one of her videos, probably eat dinner. I might wrap some presents tonight. I feel like I also did a little bit of cleaning out in here earlier today. Things were kind of piling up everywhere and that tends to stress me out. So I did a little bit of organizing. I got all of my gifts down to the basement where like the wrapping stuff is. So I might do some wrapping after dinner. It's not very cute in the basement. It's an old scary basement. So I may or may not film while I'm down there, but yeah, I might do that and I might take a nice shower later. Just kind of taking it easy. And yeah, because tomorrow's gonna be busy. So this will be my last check-in for today, but I'll try and get some footage of the rest of the day for you. And hopefully I can get some knitting in as well. Good morning. It is, oh my gosh, I have no idea what day it is. Tuesday, December 19th. Sorry, I need to remember to check that before I get on here. It's been a crazy, kind of busy morning. I've been out running around. I had a dentist appointment at 8:40, so it was a early up and out morning for me. That was fine, all good, no big deal. Then I had to run into work to like check the mail, water the plants, etc. And now I'm home. So I've just been running around all morning. So I haven't gotten to really do any advent stuff aside from my socks. So I'm going to show you what I have now. I'm also excited because we just found out that they're going to be announcing the winner of the gingerbread house competition later today, hopefully. So I will definitely let you know what happens. I'm going to be proud of us no matter what, but I also hope we win. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, in my previous episode, I shared the Barbie Dream House gingerbread house that we made for a work competition, and they should be announcing the winner today. So I will keep you all posted. Oh, there's Mo. He's very upset today. I don't know what's going on with him. Yeah, so today's just going to be crazy. Tonight is our Yule Goat night, craft night at Gamut Beer Garden. It is gonna be wild. It is sold out, which I don't even really know what that means. So I host the, twice a month, I host like an open craft night at the bar, and that's just very much like come hang out, like anyone, however many amount of people are welcome. But I'm really sorry about him. I'm just gonna talk over it. The bar and one of the owners who helps to coordinate all this have been hosting some like seasonal crafting events. So in November, we made cornucopias right before Thanksgiving, which was super fun and had a really good turnout. And so tonight we're doing Yule Goats, and there was a sign-up sheet, and I'm not sure how many sign-ups they accepted, but it is sold out. Like we sold like as much material as we had. So I think it's probably like at least 30 people. And Chelsea, the owner, and I are gonna be having to help all of them. So I think it might be a little crazy. I'm very excited, but I do think it might be a little crazy. We did make like an instruction sheet for everyone, but there are a couple parts that are kind of tricky. So I do anticipate being probably walking around helping people the whole time, which should be very fun. But I'm planning to get there early so I can eat and help set up and be like ready to go at 6 o'clock. I don't really anticipate getting to like sit around and do a lot of knitting tonight, but that's okay because I'm just so excited that people are signing up for these events, and we're gonna have a little planning session to figure out which ones we want to do next year. So I am so excited to continue these craft nights. I really feel like the stars just like aligned on this. Like Gamut was the only bar I reached out to, and they've been such like welcoming and great partners in hosting these events, and they're just as excited about it as I am, and it's been so great. So I'm very excited to like continue and grow that into next year. But yeah, that is tonight. I will try to get some footage. I have a feeling I'm just gonna get swept up and be like so busy. I will definitely try to get some footage because I think it's gonna be very fun, and you're gonna want to see everyone's goats. So yeah, maybe I can like share the instructions or something too. I'll talk to Chelsea about that if you want to make your own or find like a tutorial I could link to. Yeah, so today's going to be a little crazy. I'm hoping between now and when we leave for the event later, I can have like a little bit of downtime. I am working from home, so I'll be hanging out in my office for a while. But yes, let me show you my Advent stuff. So I did knit my sock stripe this morning. So this is day 19 of the Woolens and Nosh sock Advent. If you don't want to be spoiled, look away. So today is a light tan. It's similar to this color, but a bit lighter. I was a little baffled here. I thought for sure after this pink yesterday, we were going to be going more towards like deeper reds. So then to kind of go back to this lighter color, I was a little bit surprised. But I mean, I guess the whole thing doesn't really follow like a super strict like light to dark. It does kind of jump around a bit, so that was just interesting. It is more of a pinky, so I will be curious to see what color we get tomorrow. Still love these. These are very, very fun. The practice of like knitting these stripes every morning kind of makes me want to just like continue that into the new year and have like a pair of self-striping or scrappy socks or something that I just do in the morning. And I like doing them simultaneously as well. I feel like it's satisfying to see them both like coming along. Scrappy Advent. Here is yesterday's stripe on the Daft Days. So it was this like deep tealy green with pops of pink and purple and white. So here's where we're at. And let's see what we're gonna have today. It's another mini skein, day 19. Oh, wow, this one is super pretty. I don't even really know how to describe this. It's kind of like a teal gray with bits of mauve. Very pretty. Wow, this one is so pretty. I feel like this is probably one of the prettier like independent colors in the whole thing. And that'll be so nice next to that. Very pretty. All right, so I will get working on that later today. I can't believe we only have what? Today's the 19th, so we only have like 5 more. Is that right? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, there's only 5 more after today, which is crazy. Honestly, we'll see. If the Daft Days isn't quite as big as I want, I may keep adding stripes. I might like start over because I have a ton of yarn left over, especially from the earlier colors that are just like little tiny stripes. So we'll see. If I want it to be bigger, I might just keep going. Camellia Fiber Co. Advent. I think this is day 7. It's kind of hard to remember because one of the days was like a gift and not yarn. I think this is day 7. This is probably my favorite one so far. Still very, very soft, but this one is definitely pink, like a dusty soft pink. Let me add it on my string here with the other ones. Okay, so here is the Advent so far. So this was day 1, 2, 3, etc. up to day 7. So you can maybe see it's a very subtle pink. So yeah, I feel like I'm having to kind of come to terms with what this Advent is. So I think in my brain, I expected more saturated color, which honestly is just on me. I shouldn't have expectations around an Advent because you don't know what it's going to be. The theme was Secret Garden. So I guess just solely based on that and the inspiration images, I expected a bit more saturation. It does look like some of the other bases are more saturated. I have to say, like I've seen some photos on Instagram of people who got the worsted weight base and it looks much more colorful. So I don't know if it's something about the fingering base or the worsted base that is making it more saturated or not, but this is what we're getting. So I am having to reevaluate. I feel like I'm holding up like a string of fish or something. Like, is this the equivalent of like girl poses with yarn is like the equivalent of like guys like fish photos on dating apps? Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe that's a rabbit hole. Anyway, yes, I think given that it seems like these are all going to be these like really pretty soft tonals, I think my new thought, and maybe I said this yesterday, is just to use them all as like the contrast color in a big shawl or something and like fade between them. But I think it'll just give this pretty like soft kind of iridescent pastel rainbow kind of vibe as a contrast color in a bigger project. And I think that that will be really pretty. I'm just having to like kind of adjust what I thought maybe I would initially be making with these, but I do think that will be nice. So that is that. Today is an odd numbered day, so it is a day to give myself a pair of socks. And today I decided, in keeping with the last pair, to give myself, the DK weight version of the D20 socks. So 2 days ago, I showed you those crazy stripy like D20 socks. And this is the DK weight version that are marled. These are so fun. I like literally cannot wait to make more of these. I especially love the marled version. I think it helps to kind of blend everything together. So these were made by picking 20 random scrap colors and using a 20-sided die that you roll once to pick the color and then again to pick how many rows you knit. And so with the marled version, you do that for each color, and then like as each one runs out, you just swap in like the next one that you roll for. So yeah, I love these. One thing I definitely know that I want to knit in 2024, and I'm not really making like 2024 knitting plans, but one thing I know I want to knit is a sweater using this method in DK weight with the like scraps held together, like a linto or something like that. Just a basic like raglan sweater, DK weight, but use this method to change up the colors. For the DK pair, I did use the same color for the heels and toes because I felt that would help pull them together a little bit, and it did. So yeah, I love these. They're really fun. I can't wait to make more, and I can't wait to make a sweater using this technique next year. So that is all I have for now. I will definitely check back in before we head out later, and hopefully I'll be able to let you know if we won the gingerbread house competition. All right, see ya. Good afternoon. It's about 4:30 here now. The sun is setting already. I feel like I'm getting some like golden hour lighting in here. I just wanted to do a quick check-in before we head out for craft night. Today's been a little bit weird, if I'm being honest with you. I've had some like anxiety today. I think I was nervous about my dentist appointment this morning, and then I'm a little nervous about craft night tonight just because I think it's gonna be really crazy in a good way, but like a lot. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit, we have kind of a joke term here that I'm pre-exhausted, like when I've overcommitted or like I know that something I'm doing is going to require a lot of like energy. I'm like pre-exhausted, which is very silly, but I've just been feeling a little bit off today, and I want to share all, you know, the good and the bad with you all. So today's been a little bit weird, but I have been working from home. I am wrapping that up. At lunch, I worked a bit on my, what is this called? Turtle Dove Shawl, which is here. I'm almost finished with the third clue. This is Sari Nordland mystery knit along. So you can see this was where we started, and then we've worked our way out. This is kind of the tip, but it's very like rounded. And then now I'm decreasing back out the other side. So I think I have like 12 more rows in clue 3, and then the last clue comes out tomorrow. But I did want to show you all. I was proud of myself because I noticed last night, and I think I got a video of this, that I had missed a set of cables here in this column, and it was very obvious because it's just cables on cables on cables. And I had knitted like 5 rows past it. And I was able to drop down and reknit it and add the cable and keep going. And you can't even tell. I think it was, I don't even remember which one it was. Maybe this one. But yeah, I was proud of myself for doing that. Honestly, there was a time when I would have just left that like that and not like bothered to fix it. But I don't know, I'm just proud of myself for taking the time to fix it, and I've never done that with cables before, so that was a new learning for me. We also got some exciting news about an hour ago. We won the gingerbread competition. Woo. So yay, I'm so excited. We worked really hard on it, and I'm glad that everyone saw that and it paid off. So yes, really happy that we won, and it was really fun. I would definitely participate next year also, again. I also had a little organizational burst today and went through some of my yarn stash and kind of pulled everything out and like quickly reorganized it and pulled out a bit of stuff that I'm going to donate. So you probably saw in my footage a big pile of like random yarns. A lot of them were just tiny scraps, but some of them were bigger or even full skeins that I just aren't colors that I think will really work for me. And yeah, so my mom works at a high school and they have a knitting club, so I like to donate any of my unwanted yarns to them to use. So that's where those are going. And all right, on that note, I am gonna log off for the day. I'll try and get some footage from tonight for you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday, December 20th. The 20th, can you believe that? We've only got 4 more days. Crazy. Wait, 21, 22, yes. Sometimes my brain doesn't want to math in the morning. So I am doing a quick Advent check-in. But first I was going to talk a little bit about the craft night last night. It went so well. I'm really just like overwhelmed by the response to these events and how good it has been. So the Yule Goat was definitely it was definitely the most challenging craft we've done so far at one of these events. I think everyone had at least one like panic moment, like, is it gonna come together? But then it did come together for everybody, and everybody left with a successful Yule Goat and lots of stuff to decorate it with. So it was, as I expected, a night full of running around and assisting, but it was so fun. And it was, I think everybody was like really proud of themselves for making the goats. I think I got a shot of a bunch of them like lined up. So yeah, it was really successful, and I got a chance to talk with the owner about next year, and we're gonna have a full year of crafts next year as well. So I will be sure to keep you all posted on all of that. But it was a really good way to finish out the first couple of months and the first calendar year of craft nights. It was a good time. So yeah, it went well. I have not even brushed my hair this morning, so you're seeing the full unfiltered morning Sarah. I am wearing my Cinnabar shawl by Andrea Mowry, and I have to say this is probably one of my proudest makes to date. This thing is massive. If you had asked me like earlier in the year, I would have told you that shawl knitting was not for me, and I truly believed myself incapable of finishing like a really large shawl project because I just didn't think it would hold my interest. But it did, and it has, and I think I can safely say I'm a shawl knitter now. I've knit 2 really big ones this year, and I have to thank local knitter and friend Jane for encouraging me. She recommended that, she's like an epic shawl knitter. She recommended this pattern as my first like large shawl project, and I really did love it. The pattern's by Andrea Mowry, if I didn't already say that, and I'm considering another one already. I've really been wearing, my other thing was I wasn't sure if I would wear the shawls a lot, but I have been wearing them a lot, like even just around the house because our house is very chilly. So yeah, I'm a fan. I've come around on them. Okay, should we talk Advents? There's not much on the horizon for today in terms of activities, working from home and not doing anything else. So I will be knitting this evening and kind of taking it easy. So looking forward to that. Advents. Okay, Woolens and Nosh sock Advent. It's been a minute since I really talked about this, so I just wanted to kind of share quickly what it is again. So the company is Woolens and Nosh. They design sock yarns, self-strapping sock yarns, and this Advent comes with 2 50-gram balls of self-striping yarn in this little bag. So you can't see the next color because every stripe has like every colorful stripe has an individual stripe of the gray. So as long as you stop at the gray, the next color remains a surprise. And this is the Targhee base, which I love. This is like one of my favorite sock yarns I've ever used. It's 90% superwash Targhee, 10% nylon. So yeah, today we have the day 20 stripe, which is this pretty bright, like dreamsicle-y orange, which I was not expecting. I thought for sure we were going into pink, but yeah, we got a real bright orange. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid the golden sunshine there. Yeah, I guess based on the top half, I'm a little surprised at where this has gone, but it's very fun. Anxious to see tomorrow's color. So I did get both of those done this morning. Scrappy Advent. So this was a Scrappy Advent swap hosted by Rebecca at the Crayabea podcast. And I exchanged minis with someone, like I sent them a set and they sent me a set. And yesterday's stripe was here. Sorry, it's easiest to show like a little portion of it folded up at this point, so you can see the color. And today's color is this. So it kind of feels like maybe this one and the past two were all from like a fade set or something, because they are all like different shades of this teal with purple. Like it kind of feels like this, and this might have all come from like an Advent or something, which is cool. They're all really pretty. So yeah, this will be the next color. And I'll be working on that today. What else? Oh, Camellia Fiber Co. So today we have a non-yarn gift again in this little bag. And I think I know what it is because I think I already have one, but let's see. Yes. Okay, so it is their little stitch marker case, which is really cool. I do have one of these already, but I love it and I'm happy to have another one. So it opens like this. Oh, and there are some stitch markers in here as well. And then it has like one large compartment and then a bunch of smaller compartments to organize your stitch markers in. I'm actually really glad to have this because mine was overflowing. I think I will probably separate them by size. So I have a bunch of like small ring stitch markers. I'll probably have one for small and one for large. And the stitch markers in here are just little gold hexy ones. Oh, and now there's one on the floor already. Okay, so that's cool. Happy to have another one of those. I have another special little gift this morning. My mom was at craft night last night and made me this ornament. It's crochet. How pretty is that? This red is really pretty. I am expecting a crocheted sweater out of this yarn from her for Christmas. So it's fitting that I got a matching ornament. It's a really pretty saturated deep red. And the whole thing's crochet, but then there's this kind of braided detail on the front. So I'll add that on the tree. And lastly, I worked quite a bit on my turtle dove shawl yesterday and I finished clue 3. So let me show you that. here it is. I'm excited to block this. I think it'll like grow in lengths and the point will kind of stop rolling. But yeah, this is up to clue 3. The last clue came out this morning, so honestly, I feel like I might be able to finish this today. I don't want to commit to that, but the first clue didn't take long at all, so I feel like I might be able to knock that out today, which would feel good. It's been a minute since I finished a project, since I've just been working on my Advent stuff mostly, so that would feel good. And I know I'm gonna finish my Advent projects in the next couple of weeks, so yeah, that's this morning's check-in. I'm gonna get to work and I will check back in with you all later this evening. Good evening. It's about 5:30 here now. I have signed off work for the day and I don't have too much of a check-in for you. I was just working today, but I did pop out at lunch to run a couple errands. First of all, we have like no food in our house right now, so I had to go get some food. And I popped by the office to pick up my $100 gift card as the prize for winning the gingerbread house competition. And then I promptly went to the yarn store and spent that gift card. Because it's Christmas, right? I have to buy myself a present. So you might have seen in the video what I bought, but I will talk about it more in tomorrow's video. And I also went there to pick up a gift. So yes, that was my little adventure. What else? Oh, I finished my turtle dove shawl. Yay. I'm really excited. I have that blocking now. And hopefully it won't take too long to dry. It didn't feel very wet still after I rolled it up in the towel, etc., did the whole blocking business. So hopefully that will be dry by like end of day tomorrow or the next day. And I think that's it. I'm here by myself today. Troy had to go into the office and he has plans tonight. So it's been a nice quiet day to myself, which I appreciate every once in a while. And tonight I'm just planning to make some popcorn and watch some TV. Tonight's the Survivor finale for any other Survivor fans, and do some more knitting. Take it easy. So I will get on with that and see you all tomorrow morning. morning. It is Thursday, December 21st. It is the winter solstice, so happy official first day of winter. I have a lot of stuff to chat with you and show you this morning. Where should we begin? Do you want to do Advents first? Okay. Let me actually tell you what I'm wearing. So I am wearing, this is my first time wearing my recently finished ranunculus. It was my first one. I can show you. This is one strand of Newtonin held with a strand of mohair. I got the Newtonin secondhand, so I'm not sure about the color name. And I just knit this exactly to pattern, except I probably took like an inch or two off the length. I didn't have a lot of Newtonin. I think I only had like 2 plates. So I was a little bit worried about if I would have enough, but I had more than enough. So yeah, this is, like I said, 2 patterns, so it does include the front short rows. The next time I would omit those. I was able to block a bit more shape in the neckline, and because this is so light, it doesn't really bother me to wear it, but I would be even more comfortable if this was more of a true crew neck and didn't have these front short rows. I did also include the little wedge shaping in the sleeve, which drops this side down, and I do really like that. I did a very bad job on my I-cord bind off on the sleeves, but it's really only noticeable in those couple of spots. But yeah, I really like it. I was freezing this morning and I thought I just need something super warm to throw on. And yeah, I feel like because of the texture of the Newtonin, you don't get a ton of credit for the lace detail, but it's still really pretty and I love the color so much and it's very cozy. So that's what I'm wearing. Let's do the Woolens and Nosh sock advent, day 21. Here it is. It's kind of like a peachy light coral. So yeah, I've been a little bit, this section here is a little bit more sporadic feeling than the rest of the sock. I think this pink stripe especially kind of threw me because I would have thought we would really be going more pink, but maybe it's supposed to read more as coral. I'm not sure. So yeah, keep going on those. We're nearing the end, which is hard to believe, but I am glad I'm going to be able to use all 24 colors. Okay, Scrappy Advent. I have a confession to make. I really want to finish this project before Christmas. So last night I decided I was just gonna keep on working on it and I was just gonna open the rest of the days because the rows are getting really long and I did not feel confident that I would finish it, including the border, by Christmas if I didn't start getting a little bit ahead. So I finished yesterday's stripe and then I started on today's stripe. So let me show you that color for today. Was this really pretty solid purple. So I knit that one up. And then I started day 22. I don't feel bad about this because I'm not spoiling anything for anyone else. Like this is I'm the only one that has this advent, you know, so, and it's more purple. Just to show you side by side, today or tomorrow's color, the 22nd, is just like a darker version. Okay, keep that in mind because again, I have, well, okay, so also that's where I've gotten to. So let me show you what I have knitted up. So I've knitted up through day 22. So this was yesterday's stripe, this is today's stripe, and this is technically tomorrow's stripe. And I opened day 23, more purple. So 21, 22, 23. It's very similar to this one, but it has like slightly more pink and more variation. And the last day, day 24, purple. So we're ending with 4 purple stripes. At least the last one is a bit different. Here they are in order. So these two are really similar, but there's a little bit of variation in the others. So yes, I spoiled my Advent, but it's okay because I want to finish this before Christmas. I do think it'll be pretty ending with the purple. I think the last few colors, like the kind of purple and green, like this section here is really nice. I feel like this is a shawl with several different color stories. We started with this like pink and warm and brown moment, and then we have teal, and then we have pink, and then we have green and purple. So I think also just because this is turning out so crazy, I'm just kind of ready to be done with it, if I'm being honest with you. And I am just not wanting to take it past Christmas. So I am going to probably work on it. I don't know when. I'm a little worked out on it as I knit 6 full stripes in the past 24 hours. But at least I'm a little bit ahead now because I'd like to give myself at least a day, if not slightly more, to do the border and bind off before Christmas. So I am starting to wind down on my main color, but I do think I'll have just enough, which is great. Get that out of my stash. So yeah, I'll continue working on all my purple stripes, only 2 more really. But I am gonna put that down for now. Camellia Fiber Co. I've lost track of what day we are at on this. Day 9. Here it is. We've got a couple little speckles today. This one's a little bit more like peachy and yellow, I would say. Let me add it to the string here so we can see them all together. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about these in a minute. But yes, here's the new one. It really is like a super subtle pastel rainbow kind of iridescent moment. All right. There's all kinds of goodies today. I'm giving myself socks today, second to last pair, excluding the Advent ones, which I'll wear on Christmas Day. I'm giving myself these, which I love. Honestly, these are one of my favorite pairs I made this year. I love the yarn. The variation is so nice, and I love the pattern. This is the All the Frills socks by Summerly Designs. This is from her shorty sock set. I can't remember if it's volume 1 or volume 2, but it has this really cute little ruffle and then this little ribbed cuff, and I just love this like slightly shorter sock length. And the color is super pretty. It's this like blue with pink and yellow. I don't know, I felt like they kind of went with my ranunculus. So yes, second to last pair, which is weird to see my sock bins like totally empty after these have been sitting in there all year, but that's okay. Okay, so that's all the Advent stuff. I did want to just take a second, since it's the solstice, to talk about some plans. So normally on the first day of a new season, I post a separate video all about my sewing plans for the upcoming season. I'm not going to be releasing one for winter for a couple of reasons. One, I did not have much time to sew in the fall, so a lot of my fall sewing plans are still things that I would like to do in the winter. I don't know if I can show you without messing up my camera angle, but right there is my cork board with my plans on it, and you can see, oh, there we go. There's still quite a few plans on there. Now, will I be able to, oh God, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry, hopefully you don't feel like you just like experienced an earthquake or something. Yes, so I still have plans to make a lot of the things that I wanted to make in fall. So I really didn't feel compelled to like make a whole new video. The one new thing that I do plan to make is a big specialty project. So I thought I would just talk about that for a second here and share it with you all. So my friends are getting married in February in New York City at a swanky hotel. It is black tie, and I thought I should take advantage of that opportunity to sew myself a very fancy dress, because one does not get that many black tie opportunities in adulthood. So I am planning to make the Alicia dress. I will put a picture of it up here. I've been obsessed with this ever since the pattern was released. And there is this black version that is a combination of organza and satin. And I knew immediately that was the one that I wanted to make. I am planning to make the longest version like you see in the picture. And I am also planning to make the little bow harness that goes on top of it. I am going to be making mine in navy instead of black. And I do have fabric swatches from Mood that I can show you. So my polyester satin is going to be this. It is Gavia Navy Premium Polyester Satin Blue from Mood. So yes, and then my organza is a premium navy silk organza. So these are my two fabrics. The harness will be made out of the satin. And then I will probably also get a navy blue lining fabric to make a little slip to wear under it, just because it is going to be very sheer. So yes, that is going to be a massive undertaking. There are like 100 pattern pieces. The one thing I will say about this pattern is that it's by Roberts Wood, if I didn't already say that, and they make some really amazing garments and patterns, a lot of patchwork, a lot of like things that are meant to be scrappy. The patterns, you buy your size, the pattern, and they're expensive. Like I think my size was like 20 some dollars. So obviously there's not a lot of flexibility. Like if your size were to change and you wanted to make another one, you would have to buy a different size of the pattern, which I don't love. However, I do kind of understand it in this case because this pattern is so involved. Like I definitely don't mind paying more for it. I just would have rather pay maybe even a little bit more than I did and get a wider range of sizes. Even if it was like a lower size range and an upper size range, like a lot of pattern companies do. So I don't know, that's just something to keep in mind, but it is a very cool pattern. And I am excited to get started on that. Probably in January, that's gonna be a big project for me once we get through the holidays. So with that in mind, given that I'm not making my sewing plans video as my solstice tradition, I thought I would do a winter solstice cast on. And I was getting excited with my new plans for the Camellia Fiber Co. Advent. And I was scrolling through Instagram yesterday and I saw Stephen West posting about the Botanic shawl. And I just, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, that's the thing. That will be like the perfect pattern for my Advent. So I will have just enough yardage, but I think I'll be able to just use up every single bit of this, which will be perfect. And I just needed a main color. So yesterday when I was out running errands and at the yarn store, I found my main color. So what I got was this, which is Tough Love Sock by Sweet Georgia. It is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and the color is Toasted. Now, what I will say is I got two skeins. They are the same dye lot, but they look pretty different. This one is darker, I think, but these were the last two they had, of course, because that's how it goes. I don't think it's so noticeable that in a shawl and in like a striped shawl, I'm not that worried about it. I'm just gonna kind of start light with the lightest colors and finish with the darker one. Not too concerned about it. But yes, so got those to go, that to go with these. At first I thought I really wanted green as the main color, and I was kind of looking at some greens, but the greens they had were all much more yellow greens, and while that was more complementary than a blue green to the Advent, it's not a good color for me to wear. And then I found this pink and I thought that was really, really pretty. So red and green are, you know, complementary colors. So I thought these are kind of shades of green. This is a shade of red, and there are bits of this pink like in some of these skeins. So I think it'll be very pretty. And this is a better main color for me. So I'm excited. I'm gonna cast that on today, even though that's like probably a super reckless cast on, but I like the idea of casting it on the solstice, so that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, it also just felt very fitting to knit the botanic shawl with my Secret Garden Advent. So that is what I will be doing. I might go ahead and like get some of these caked up today. I don't know, I'm kind of sad about that because I want you to be able to see them all together, but I do want to get started. Maybe I'll just do the first one. I do think I'm gonna keep them in order and just stripe them. I'm not even gonna fade them or anything. I'm just gonna boom, boom, boom in order. That's my plan anyway. So yes, I'm gonna get these caked up. I'll get at least a couple of these probably caked up, if not all of them. Maybe I could put them in a basket or something so you could see them that way. And I need to get fabric ordered for this dress. So those are some of the things on my agenda for today. And also tonight we're going out to dinner with some friends and family, and then we are going curling. We're doing curling at a bar, so I'll definitely get some videos of that. And I may or may not check in again later today. If not, the curling will probably be the last thing in this week's video. And then we'll have one more video that will end with Christmas Day, which is crazy. So if I don't see you again later today, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. I'm really enjoying doing Vlogmas so far. So far I can't believe it's like almost over already, which is crazy. So yes, I will leave you there, and I hope you have a great day.